Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Manjunath here once again. So this is the second time I'm coming into a webinar to meet you guys and discuss more. So today we have a webinar session which many of the people you're aware of this from last 1 week, that we are going to talk about an IP PBX on an essential choice for the new decade. See, we are here to discuss on the present market of the IP PBX. astTECS is being a 12-year-old company who manufactures IP PBX, is being one of the largest open source community, and we are providing open source based IP PBX application from last 12 years. So I'm here to talk about an IP PBX and unified communication, how it is ruling in the market. So from here onwards, I think I'll be talking about this on next 45 minutes to engage you guys and on what is happening on the current market, how the essential choices for the new decade on an IP PBX using foreign SMEs, using foreign mid segment, using foreign enterprises, and using foreign corporates, how this is helpful, how it is going to rule in the market, how it is going to be better than the traditional EPABX in the market. So let me take you through from here onwards. I have a couple of topics for today's discussion, which we talks about an advantage of IP PBX over an EPABX, unified communication and IP PBX, IP PBX essential features for the new decade, IP PBX on-premise versus a cloud implementation, how the risk in using IP PBX, and what is the security features we require when you go for an UC based IP PBX, and the unified communication decade is now how astTECS is going to provide you this kind of application or a product for the people who can take the benefit of their day-to-day business. So let me talk about on essential choice for the new decades. See, coming to the picture, see, the current market is completely on EPABX, which is almost ruling by from last 15-20 years, people who are using regularly EPABX in the market. As per the Indian law, let me also give you this brief of why I'm talking about the traditional PBX communication is fading away. In 2012-2013, Indian telecommunication, that's DOT and a TRAI, has brought a new rule that PSTN and IP termination is going to be legalized, which many of the people are aware of this, and but as of now it is not available to the public to utilize the complete as in a legal way. Yes, of course, this is going to be very soon it is going to be legalized. But meanwhile, what we have seen from last 6-7 years in the market, all SMEs, all mid segments, especially when it comes to a government organization, they are completely going out from the EPABX market to an IP PBX market. The reason is once this IP PBX, once the IP to PSTN or PSTN to an IP is going to be legalized in India, your communication is going to be one of the best usage, and it's very cheaper. See, utilizing the IP PBX, you have a lot of features and functionality which can help you to run your organization and your businesses so easy, and also you can also have a lot of benefit out of it. That definitely that we are going to talk about the next. But the main reason what we are talking about here is the traditional API-BX is actually fading away. Even you can see many of the manufacturers in India, from normal API-BX to they are turning out for an IP PBX manufacturing in the market. On the same thing, the evolution of internet. See, IPPBX also, require a certain level of internet. I mean, it is not a mandatory. It is really not a mandatory to use an internet, but if you have an internet, yes, you will have using of an IPPBX. Just go back 10 years, behind. In 2005 to 2010, internet was making a big time in the market. People have to use some more internet to access their online applications, or emails over on mobile. Uh, Wherever the people would like to go, they would like to have an easy access for any communication or any data. For internet is very much necessary in the market. So the same internet, how it is going to helpful in even in IPPBX industry, how this internet is going to bring more benefits for especially for the people who are into the business. That is also that we will discuss today. And see, not just a PSTN. See, of course, today we have many of the trunks, starting from the analog trunks that we have from last 40, 50 years that we are using analog trunks in the market. Now, later that we got a BRI, then we got a PRI, that primary rate interface. And today also we have GSM communications. There are a lot of PSTNs available in the market. It is not just only the trunks that we are talking about as in a PSTN. We have a special a trunk called VoIP, Voice over Internet Protocol. It is not even just to use it for a communication. This VoIP is also making a lot of benefit for the people who are going to use IPPBX in future. Along with that, we also have a SIP trunks, which is already there in the market. I think many of the people, you guys are in this webinar aware of that. How VoIP and the SIP is taking over the market. Then the PRI and GSM market. So to say that VoIP and a SIP, see, this VoIP and a SIP is runs more on IP. See, IP, any internet protocol which currently today you use regularly, a Facebook, regularly on a WhatsApp. Email is the most important thing that we use. So everything runs over an IP. IP is already started ruling in the telecommunication market across the globe. Across the globe, not only just for our data, even for the communication. That is also definitely I'm going to discuss with you guys that how this IP, the internet protocol, which is going to help for us to use the telecommunication going further. See, whatever that we discuss, end of the day, when it comes to a product, we need a cost saving, right? So how IPPBX is going to give you cost saving also when you're able to apply this into your business activity. That is also that we are going to talk about that. Yes, there is a lot of benefit, if you migrate from a normal EPABX to an IPPBX, and how the features functionalities also will support you. That definitely I'm going to give you explanation in my next slides. So meanwhile, I have a quick slide which give you advantages of IPPBX over an EPABX. So how this advantages that we can talk about. Okay, so here we have some quick points. I would request login people to mute yourself. It is a little disturbing to discuss on. Thank you. So first to say that On my left hand side we have an EPABX, and right side we have an IPPBX. So how differentiate, I mean, what is the advantages of IPPBX over an EPBX? See, if regular people, I mean, I was just talking about that from the beginning. From last 20 years, the EPABX market is rolling. So you need a separate network for every telephones and computers when you install EPABX. But if you are going to use an IP PBX, you need not to have a second line of connectivity for communication purpose. I mean to say, the people who are using a telephone in your office, you need to have a separate telephone line for a communication. And when you use your computers with the internet, you need a separate LAN cabling. So what my point to say that when you are going to migrate from your EPABX to an IPPBX, you need not to have a two different lines. See, this is really helpful for the people who are already there in the existing in the market, and the people who are going to buy a new product. Maybe see, this is also maybe you can express to your customers or the people who are here to understand that you would like to migrate from your EPABX to IPPBX. Please understand this very carefully. If you're bringing this IP PBX into the market, you can save a lot of money over here, avoiding the multiple cabling for data and communication. The one LAN cable will easily connect with your data as well as voice if you wanted to use your IP PBX right away right now. So when it comes to second point, there is no distributed office setup possible if you have a IPPBX. So what is this distributed office setup? I mean to say, any company have a multiple branches. Example, I'll just give you take an example of any of the largest company like Infosys or an IBM. So we have Infosys around more than 100 branches across the globe. You know what they do normally? They do all communication between offices across the globe. They do a free of cost. The only reason is they are connected with office to office over an IP PBX, where they can create an extension between offices to offices using three different option of internet. That is MPLS or a VPN or a public IP. Any of these three things that you have and you have an IP PBX, yes, you can create an extension between your offices. You can have a free of cost call between your offices from anywhere. Any of the offices to offices, you can have a free of cost call. Next, the only analog phones can be used if you have a EPABX. I mean to say, see, any traditional EPABX will support only two different, telephone lines. That is, one is analog phones, and second one is a digital phone. Now, when you have a IP PBX, you can use a soft phones. Where today you have a soft phones are available free of cost. Today, soft phones are also available a few proprietary, which is a very minimal cost that you can get it, which can be installed on your PCs, your laptops, your iPads, and anything that you use as an your handhold thing. You can install the soft phone where you can receive a call and make a call. Not only that, you can use IP phone as in hard phone. You can still use analog phone if you have an IP PBX. You have to buy a small gateway, which is a converter, convert from your analog to sorry, IP to analog gateway, which connects your analog phones also. And more on that, you have a smartphone. I mean, today each and every person have a smartphone in their hand. Now if you have an IP PBX, your smartphone will become your intercom tool, which means you will get an application. I mean, you'll get an app which can be connected to your IP PBX locally. You use a Wi-Fi where you can create an extension on your phone itself. So you roam around across anywhere in the office, inside the office, if you are connecting with a local Wi-Fi. See, Wi-Fi means it is not mandatory to have a internet-based Wi-Fi. You can also have a intranet-based Wi-Fi, which can connect your smartphone as an extension. You can receive a call, you can make a call inside the office to any of the outside the office, or any of the outside PSTN calls or extension calls is absolutely possible. So that's what I was also telling, that in EPABX mobile extension is not possible, but mobile extension can be created in IPPBX. Not only that, In that, you have a one more plus point. If you start using IP PBX, your office can become cableless office. This is one of the biggest advantage where the people have, where they can go for a cableless office. So why I can say this cableless offices. You can use a soft phone, on your PCs. It is not only PCs, your laptops also can help you on this. Your laptops can be connected over your Wi-Fi. So laptops also soft phones. Your laptops can be taken in a hand. You go to first floor, second floor. If your office is big, you can roam around anywhere. You can sit over there at any place. With the moment you connect with the laptop, your extensions also get active, where you can receive a call, make a call, completely cableless office. So when it comes to in EPABX, your future expansion to be planned upfront. Every time, anytime that you wanted to upgrade yourself, you have to buy a separate cards, separate boxes to connect with that. But when it is an IP PBX is a wonderful thing. You just add either one more server. It's your complete upgradation is done based on your extensions required. See, in normal EPABX, you have a card-based connectivity. One card comes with a 8 extension, and there are card also comes with a 24 extension. But here in IP PBX, it is completely a software where you can add extension, very easily with the one server. One server can support up start from the 50 extension, 100 extension, 200, 300, 500, 1000 extension. Even astTECS also provide more than 1000 extensions. Also, we have a new boxes which we can supply to anyone. Not only that, that's what I was saying, that in EPABX model, extension is limited in a given model, but unlimited extension is decided only in a concurrent call based in IP PBX, which is very useful. And you can also connect with your PRIs. Not only that, so when it comes to that point, I'll definitely talk about the point next. In EPABX, you need to have a fax machine separately. You cannot take the fax with the normal EPABX, but the IP PBX has an advantage where you can take the fax as an inbuilt. So the one server can receive your fax, one server can send you a fax also on the same time, and it is completely on a web-based GUI. Okay, so then we have a voice logger and IVR to be purchased in EPABX. I cannot say that you have to completely purchase an IVR. EPABX also comes with a very nominal not nominal, very minimal kind of IVR available, maybe a 1 or 2 level of IVR that you will get it, but you will never get a voice logger in EPABX. If you buy an IPPBX have a default voice logger facility. Plus, you have IVR also, unlimited level of IVR that you can build in an IP PBX. In EPABX, you never have a missed call facilities that you cannot find out. It's very difficult to find out what is the call which is you missed out on a day-to-day business. That you cannot pull out the reports kind of a stuff. But in IP PBX, you can create reports where you can also see how many missed calls has come in a day, how many calls has been made, how many calls has been received. Not only that, EPABX also have a voice logger. A voicemail, but you have to buy again this as a license. But in IPPBX, you have a voicemail, and additionally you will also have a voicemail to an email, which is one of the best options today for the latest generation. People will be the people who are roaming around, the people who are not on the desk at maximum time. They can access their email on their smartphone, and this voicemail automatically reach to your email, no matter anywhere, wherever you are. You just go through your email. In your email, you have a complete details. This email will carry the caller number, caller time, caller date with the recorded file. The recorded file means the person who left a voicemail to you on your extension. This recorded file will automatically come along with attached email. So it will be more easier to find missed calls, or whomever the calls has missed. Automatically it comes as over an email. uh, in when it comes to EPABX, there's no any third party integration is possible. I'm talking about third party integration means take example, you wanted to integrate with the CRM, or you wanted to integrate with the ERP, SMS, email, WhatsApp, social media. See, today's generation, you need everything on a quick basis. You have to have a quick hands connect with, in your hand, where you wanted to know who's looking around your website, how many people have logged in, how many people have liked in your Facebook. If somebody has requested, okay, I'm very interested in your product, somebody has seen in Instagram, Facebook, or something, this lead generation also will be easier setup to come and fall in your email. That is the way we can do the integration on social media to IPPBX. That is also that definitely I can give you more details in going further. Not possible to integrate with the VoIP minutes. See, that's what I was telling, that there is the last slide I was discussing about. It is not just a PSTN, it is a VoIP. What VoIP can does is, VoIP can bring down your cost for, especially for an international calling, almost 90% than your PSTN charges. Example, from India to US, anybody makes a call, at least it costs you around 7 to 8 rupees, or maybe a 10 rupees per call per minute. But if you use a VoIP minutes, the charges start from 50 paisa, 60 paisa, 70 paisa, even there is a chance to get 45 paisa. So imagine how much that we are going to save when you use a VoIP minutes. Not only that, it is really not possible to integrate a Skype or a WebRTC in a EPABX. When it comes to EPABX, see, these things are really, really not possible. But use IPPBX. You can integrate the Skype. Skype also has a SIP tool, a VoIP tool, where you can make conferences, where you can make outbound calls. Not only that, it can also connect your internal things. WebRTC tool is going to be biggest thing which is going to come in the market, where there are a lot of options can be used over an WebRTC. This can be integrated only with an IPPBX, but it is not possible with the EPABX. And the most important thing, if you have an EPABX, the support that what you require is completely offline. Nobody can support EPABX over online. It is absolutely not possible. If something goes wrong, you have to wait unless the provider has to come to your place. They have to support you on this. But IPPBX, easily you can take a support over a online 24/7, no matter wherever you are, and no matter at whatever the time, people can support you on IPPBX. So see, these are the very few things that I'm talking about, and an overlook of how this better advantage when you have an IPPBX. We'll definitely discuss about much more when we get to a face-to-face discussion, or any point of time, or maybe to understand much more about IPPBX. We are available at astTECS at any point of time. You can email us. My last slides carry our email ID, or maybe you can log into www.asttecs.com, where you can find us at any point of time. Send us an email, or anything that you would like to understand before the setup of IPPBX. We will definitely help you on that. So from here onwards, I'm taking you to the next level of IPPBX, that's called unified communication and an IPPBX. How unified communication is going to help you for your business. See, today's users, they ask more into an there's 5 different kind of stuff. You can see on the screen. The one is the telephoning, where they can have a communication. One is the presence. People would like to know whether their availability on the place, or online or an offline. Messaging, where they can have a quick email, quick chat, wherever you are. Where, see, these IPPBX have this chat facility, where you can do a messaging between one person to one person over an extension. And next comes to the collaboration. We have a lot of things where we can do the integration between third-party integration, like CRM, ERP, click to call, email, Outlook, Google Pages. There's a lot of stuff comes into the collaboration for integration purpose. And more onto the conference, where audio conference, video conference, video surveillances. There are so many things has come into the market, where this 5 is actually necessary for today's any business in the industry. So how this five different things becoming a unified communication. My next slides also talks about it. Unified communication. See, once you have a unified communication based IPPBX, once you have a unified communication based IPPBX, you can access multiple stuff from anywhere, anytime. From the social media integration, instant messaging between a person to a person, where you will have a chat option over your PC, over your desktop, over your app which you have installed in your smartphone, where you can have a voicemail to an email, where your smartphone will become your extension. You can integrate the email into an IPPBX, where automated email can be sent over a missed calls. You can receive a fax at the same time. You can have a video calling between extensions, between the extension of one person to one person. When you have a soft phone enabled with the video calling, you can have a person looking at the person to person, where you can have a video calling. Not only that, you can have an audio conference as well. I was also telling that you can also save a lot of money, bringing unified communication as a tool to your business. You can avoid your video conferencing. You can avoid your fax machines, where you can avoid your desk phones. Analog phones is not required, where the soft phones are available. Not only that, you can use any international calling purpose. There are a lot of other options where we can integrate with the IPPBX. Not only that, there are a few more benefits that you are going to get once you have an UC, which we will definitely discuss on other multiple options here. Well, see, there are IPPBX also almost has an enhanced feature for the new decade, that is auto attendant, IVR, call recording, voicemail to email, multi-line keys, soft keys, pre-programmable keys. See, there are a lot of stuff that you can do it from your IP phone itself. I was also talking about, see, in my earlier page, that one thing I was missed out. The IP phones that you are going to use for an IPPBX today, that is also a kind of a cableless. I mean to say, for a power purpose, you need not to have a separate power socket, a power cabling for IP phone. Phones are available over a PoE, power over Ethernet. The cabling which you do in your office, if it is a power over Ethernet, IP phones can be connected directly without any power, because the power over Ethernet cable will bring the power inside itself. Your phone can get active. From the phone, your PC also get connected, but PC definitely need a separate power. But with the communication and the data transfer will happen over an IP phone. You can also have a multiple LAN port. Video calling functionalities is going to be available at any point of time. Contact center functionalities. IPPBX is not just a communication. This can also use for uh, uh, contact center functionalities, where you can see how many people have logged in, where you can see how many calls has come in. I mean, we have a separate GUI which can show that how many extensions are active, how many extensions are connected with the call, from how long they are actually talking about. If they would like, I mean, if you really would, I mean, even any of the manager or a team leader would like to barge into the call or listen to the call, it is also possible with IPPBX. So I was also talking about that mobile accessibility, where your smartphone become your extensions, audio conferences. Not only that, I have advanced features here. See, there is a advanced dashboards which you are going to get it, where you can, from the one dashboard itself, you can access multiple things which is available. I mean, what is exactly happening over an IPPBX and inside your office. One touch CDF stats, where you can generate complete call detail report. LDAP integration for connecting over. Call billing, where even you can generate a call billing also at any point of time. What calls that you have made, what calls that you received. If you would like to make any kind of a billing, not only, see, this is not only the scenario for your internal office purpose. Even when you sell the product to any of your customer, if they would like to ask, I mean, if they would like to use this call billing also, IP PBX can add up the call billing into it, and you can provide to the customer. astTECS has all these features functionalities which can add with the as a tool and as a one of the product where we can deliver it to the customer. Unified messaging where we have a chat and a presence. See, the presence is one of the tool where you can see whether the person is available or not, which we are bringing a new application for the chat and the presence. We are going to help you that when anybody buy a astTECS products also, which is already available with many of the proprietary tool. I'm talking about Cisco and Avaya. They have chats in the presence, but completely on a license based. You have to pay every year a lot of money to utilize those tools. astTECS as bringing up one of the wonderful options which you're going to get the a better connectivity and better pricing on it. Not only that, you can connect a SIP trunk to the as an advanced feature. Today, SIP trunk is also ruling in the market. Even the I can say PRI also is going down. Why SIP trunk is required? I mean, especially in India, international SIP trunks also available. In India, we have a SIP trunks which start from 20 extension to 1500 extension in one single cable. I'm talking about you can create 1500 channels for your concurrence call at a time with a one single cable. That is how the SIP is going to cover in the market today. Large enterprises or large call centers are more like to have a SIP trunk as in their tool, because anytime, take example, many people start with 50 extension, 50 lines, 100 lines, 200 lines. The advantage is you need not to add any separate tool into it. Separate line into it. Every time you just tell the network provider, you add another 100 channels, immediately you will get 100 channels to be added into it. So that is a swapper of SIP trunk channel. You can connect an SBC to IPPBX where you can have safe calls any point of time. Nobody can hack your call. You can connect a branch connectivity free of cost for an intercom call. You will get a PoE IP phones. That's what I was discussing. Not only that, you have a gigabit PoE. Gigabit phones also. See, these gigabit phones will help you to transmit the data more faster than the normal phones. So that can be integrated with IPPBX. You can integrate the CRM tool, email tool. Now, the most advanced things that what we are going to talk about is IoT and artificial intelligence. See, there are a lot of tools which is coming in, especially for even for the enterprises or any of the business segment. IoT is also making a lot of talks in the market, which can be integrated with IPPBX. This is one of the best things that I can say for a future purpose. And artificial intelligence, that people talks about AI. Today, there are even many of the people are talking about voice bots. Voice bots, even astTECS also working on a voice bots, which is we are going to come out with the voice bots very soon. Not only that, AI can be integrated with IPPBX at any point of time. You can bring any APIs that you would like to connect with. Yes, it is possible with IPPBX. CTI. Many people talks about a different language to integrate with computer telephone integration. Yes, it is possible. We're talking about an ML5 WebRTC. This WebRTC, the new soft phone which is coming over your web application, which is going to be a rule in the market going further. These all features functionalities. I'm talking about the advanced features functionalities you will get only with IPPBX. These all comes under unified communication based IPPBX, which is going to helpful in your future. So just to small to a conclusion, what is the benefit of UC? So that is, in a simple way to talk, one network serves all. So how this one network serves, all, you can connect your telephony into the same, you can connect into your third party tool into the same LAN network, you can connect your IP phone into the same LAN network, any of the tool. See, today we were talking about any of the, I think some voice is somebody is. I would request you to please mute yourself. I would request you to mute yourself. Okay. So when we were talking about when we were talking about one a tool for everything, which is makes a very mean to it. I mean to say, so one how one network can help you to connect with the, yeah. Sorry, just a moment. Yeah. So I mean today, so any applications that you use, if you are more dependent on your LAN connectivity. So all your CRM, ERP, third-party tool, integration of your social medias, everything runs over a LAN. IP PBX phones run over a LAN. IP camera for surveillances, everything run over a LAN. So one network serve for all. One network serve for all, and it is completely improved internal communication. Okay, as I told you, presence is going to be available at any point of time. You can have internal call at any point of time. Integrate all the communication services in one network. To talk about that, 1 second. Integrates all the communication services in a one network. That's what we were discussing on this particular platform. So what I was talking about, integrate the all communication services in one network tool is, um, you can have a messaging, you can have a chat, you can have a mail, fax, voice, radio, data, information sharing, faster access and exchange of documents and the information at any point of time. Integrate the mobile users, and when it comes to video conferencing, yeah, it is very easy. I mean, you need not to have a separate tool. You can use your video calling. See, today there are IP phones are available where you can have a video conference over your call. Over your call itself, you can have a video conference, so you can avoid any of the video conferencing stuff, but UC will bring your video conference along with this PBX itself, where you can have over a call, you can have a video conference as well. Not only that, you can have a video surveillances. So how this video surveillances is going to help you is, even you can remotely, you can check your offices, how what exactly happening. See, astTECS IP PBX also carry this video surveillance as part and visual surveillance as part. Assume that you have a multiple, different branch where you just wanted to see in that branch what exactly happening. If you have an IP camera, you can create an extension for that particular IP camera where you can dial from Bangalore office to that particular camera, and your phone has a video access. You can absolutely see what exactly happening on that particular place. See, many of the people have a different businesses. Uh, People runs over an event. Even the bank counter, especially even the gas station. If you like to see what exactly happening on that particular places, colleges, hospitals, schools. Of course, you cannot go around every time to see what exactly happening over there, but UC is going to help you to have a video surveillances as well. And you can also have as we were talking about a presence require presence services, which we already discussed. Presence information, it's nothing but a status indicator, about whether your colleague, whether your colleague
நாலு
whether your colleague is.
நீங்க
Hello.
அனுப்பிச்சிட்டா வாட்ஸ்அப் அனுப்பிச்சுன்னு சொல்லுங்கப்பா. என்ன உங்களுக்கு மெயில் பண்ணுமா அது?
Hello,
அப்படியே
I would request you to mute yourself, please. I would request you to mute yourself. Thank you very much. So, it is to find out whether your colleague or the person whom you're looking for, whether that guy is available, inside the office, or if you are using, if this guy is using a mobile based connectivity. You can also see whether that guy is active or not active. Um, it is very easy to find out whether the person can, available to, talk to you at any point of time, or to discuss anything. Uh, so mobile integration, which we, as I told you, for an intercom purpose, and you can also have reduced roaming fees. Even when you travel, you need not to have a separate calling required for an office purpose, where you have an intercom facility. You can have your intercom, you can roam around anywhere. You one click button, you can connect to the office, and you can speak to any of your connected person. And then the present service also provide you a, chat option, where you can have a chat. Not only that, if you would like to make external calls, you can also connect VoIP minutes into your extension, where you can also have, outside calls as in trunk, that you can do it at any point of time. So bringing, you see, you have a lot of cost saving into it. You can think on where you can save a lot of cabling part. You can save on your hard phone costing. You can save on your video conference. There are a lot of stuff that you can avoid just by at one point of time. You see communication where you can have everything at one point of time. So on to the next, going further, that what we discuss is, see, UC is not just on premise that what you will get it. You will also get cloud implementation. You can also use unified communication of IPPBX over a cloud. So let's see how this is going to be helpful in the market. This is a source that we got from the global market insight, where which talks about from the North America and APAC market. This, I'm talking about how this APAC market is not just only in one particular area. This APAC is connected with the different countries, that is including your Singapore, including your Malaysia, including India, Sri Lanka, Bhutan, Nepal, many of the countries around the Asia also, which has come into the picture, where uh, around 32 billion a market in 2018 and 2019. We have growth of 8%, and we are talking about in another next 5 to 6 years, this unified communication and collaboration market is going to be a $60 billion of a market, where people are really would like to have a premise model as well as cloud model. Why we are talking about a particular segment? See the segments I was talking about, there are different segments are available in the market. These different segments, I mean to say, from the hospitals, from the schools, from the uh, real estate, from the apartment. There are any of the segments that you're going to talk about. These all segments would like to have this both the requirement. So how this both the requirement is going to be helpful is you can choose whichever you feel comfortable. See, take example, even a 10 extension person would really love to have a cloud base, because many of the startups will look at into in a cloud. To say that, see, I'm also not showing this uh, a source. What we are talking about here is astTECS also has both the option available to provide UC over a premise based and over a cloud. So which is going to be a new thing for everyone. Of course, astTECS is going to be provide the cloud based solution. Even from the hybrid model also, the sector that we are talking about is going to take a growth in the market. So how these are we talk about in a very easy way, that on-premise and cloud. I'll just show you the breakdowns of cost, how it is going to be helpful in the market. Uh, see, I mean, see, it's a very ugly truth that we are talking about. We don't have a control on to a customer to talk about that you have to go with a premise and you have to go with a cloud solution. Yeah, both are good, but there are difficulties with the different kind of a segments. The segments, take example, I'm just giving you a simple example here, especially for a startup companies. They don't want to invest for any of the in-house based solution. They would always go love for go for cloud based only for a minimal time. Once they become a little a big company where they have a lot of members, they would love to have an in-house solution. So it is not that anything that we can say cloud you should not buy or premise you should not buy or something. Yeah, both are important, but the market segments are differ from premise and a cloud, which can be very useful to access and manage. So see, once see, that's what I was talking about from my first slicing, that IP evolution, internet evolution is very big in the market. From last 20 years, the usage of the internet is really high. When you bring the UC into the picture to utilize the features functionalities that whatever we have discussed, over on the top, you need to have an internet. Once you come into the internet, the security part is also very much important for you. So how we are going to secure this once you have an unified communication in the place? Of course, security is very much important. UC market is rapidly gaining in the market. Uh, these benefits are really appreciated, and there are many companies who are already accepted this, and they are using from very long. Web security is a consideration, is very must. It can be implemented very easily over an IP PBX with the phone system. I mean, the the VoIP phone systems protect from compromising network attacks is it is there, but how you are going to secure it, that is the most important. So let me talk about this. You have to have strong passwords for your administrative interfaces whenever they use IPPBX. Choose a strong and unique password for, especially for an IP phones where nobody can get into create an extension or something. Start by implementing web security during your design stage itself. See, when you are talking about like a professional provider of communication, even we definitely help you to make a design how you can make a security of your IPPBX. We can definitely help you out that uh, during the design stage itself. What are the things that you can use? Reduce exposure to a non-trusted network. There are a lot of networks. The people without knowing, they can allow to access the network, but you have to control over it, control over on it. Make a use of an IDS, that is intrusion detection system, which is largely used in the market for securing the things. Monitor network usage every time, at least once in a 3 days or once in a 6 days. Please check on your network usages if anybody is trying to log in inside. Harden the OS, your operating system to be more secure. Keep the operating system up to date every time. See, using these kind of methods, definitely you can have a security for the product, and especially for the when it comes to an UC and IPPBX, export on internet. To coming to my last slide, I just wanted to tell you that astTECS is coming out with a unified communication-based IPPBX 2020 model very soon. In a March, you will have the features functionalities which we were talking about on the topper stage. You have all these features functionalities available with astTECS IPPBX. So guys, get ready. Talk about talk this into with your customers. The people who are would like to have our product into your in-house, contact us. A lot of features and functionalities are filled with. Not only that, I was just talking about a cloud-based unified communication. We are also coming with starting from 50 users to 5,000 users. So I hope you guys are connected to us from very long. I'm closing this webinar from here to on this particular page. Any of the questions further that you would like to discuss, definitely we will help you out on any point of time. So thank you very much, all of you, to joining for this particular webinar. I hope you guys got on a lot of information about our UC. I think I would like to go for people have left some questions over here over a chat. I would like to really read about it, and probably I can help you out to know how we can support you on your particular questions. 1 second. Okay, so we have a question by Motion. See, anybody would like to ask any kind of a question? Maybe you can leave the questions here over in a chat. I can definitely answer into it. I think Motion asked a question. Hi, by default, every IP cameras get by default a mobile app to check on our surveillances. How app will help over this? See, the current IP cameras will comes over a SIP connectivity. Any SIP cameras can create an extension, can connect with the extension. astTECS IP PBX can create an extension over a SIP camera. So the moment you dial to the particular camera, I mean, nowadays, even that cameras are coming with a speaker and a mic as well. So the moment you dial from any of the extension, which is a video enabled, to that particular camera will activate the video surveillances, that wherever that particular camera is placed, and that particular area, you can see from where you have called. I mean, you have a soft phone or you have a hard phone which is a video enabled. From that, you can able to see to it what exactly happening there. If the camera in also have a mic, you can also listen to it and a voice if somebody is speaking over there, and that is also possible. astTECS will develop its own soft phone. Yeah, of course, we have a soft phone which we have developed, and we are enhancing this app with new features like chat, messaging, and presence tool. Amulya, definitely we have new things which is coming up. By March, we have a wonderful app available to utilize. Uh, can we integrate a two caller with our IP PBX? Mr. Vijay. See, Truecaller can be integrated, but how? That is a question. Truecaller has to give us an API. If API can support to get the caller identification, definitely that we can do. Otherwise, it is really not necessary to have a Truecaller integration to find out who's the caller, because Truecaller also give you some false information. If my name is Manjunath, I can also put my name as in Vijay. So that is also possible. It is really not necessary, but yeah, it is possible, absolutely possible. But we need to have a support from the Truecaller side, no doubt. Shakti, can astTECS provide a partners with the configuration training for ASLite series and enterprises IPPBX? Shakti, definitely we will have a discussion over this in a future for sure. I would request you to speak to of your manager. They will give you by March how we are going to take this into the next level. We will see to it how we can help you to do this configuration training for our ASLite series. It will be more easier for you guys to do the installation on your locations for sure. Arvind has mentioned that what is LDAP? LDAP is nothing but integrating between your IP phone into your email IDs and the contact numbers. So this is more easier for you to access your email and the contact number over an LDAP. I have one more question. Refer to a slide security guidelines. Does it have any relevance with the VoIP provider selection? See, it does not have any relevance with the VoIP provider selection. End of the day, you use any VoIP provider, it doesn't matter. Only thing is the security has to be managed by your own. What kind of a firewall security that you are using, that is going to be managed by your own. Any of the relevance with the VoIP provider. Is a recording, Dr. Devesh Kurina has left this. Is a recording of IP camera is going to be stored? If yes, where we can store? Yes, this is this is an optional that we can choose at any point of time. If it is really necessary to have a recording of this particular thing, we have a separate module which comes with this kind of recording purpose. It can be stored. I mean, our IP PBX also comes with the surveillances option, where from very long that we are also talking about this option is there. You have a separate server comes along with this as a very minimal cost. This is a completely a different product if you really wanted to have a surveillances tool. And it can be recorded in the same connected with IPPBX box, where you have a separate recording hard drives which record all your camera activity. And I have Emnoy, I was engaged in another thing, therefore could not be a participator fully in the webinar. Please, can the video presentation and associated documents to be shared? Absolutely possible, sir. Definitely, you will get a complete video as well as whatever we had discussed over here. You will get it over an email for sure. Our team will help you on that. Nizar Hamas, what is the default CDR report? Call detail. CDR report is nothing but a call detail report where you can generate the report, not only the incoming, outgoing, and the present whatever happening. You can also generate the report of the IP PBX at present, what exactly happening on that, how much usage of the server is happening, everything that you can generate the report. Yes, it is available in our IP PBX. Can we create a security guideline for customer? Motion is asking, can we create a security guideline for your customer so that we can guide that these are the things they should take care of? Motion, I think, I don't know whether you have seen it or not. We already have a security guideline for every installation that we do. IPPBX, we are giving a security guideline documentation to each and every customer. We are explaining what exactly it is, and we are also taking the signature along with them. Yes, definitely we have, and we can do that. uh, so any more questions? Harish has asked for a question. Can our current IPPBX supports IP camera? Absolutely supports, sir. Absolutely supports. That's why we were discussing on integrating the IP cameras with IPPBX. Absolutely possible. Uh, So can be there's one more question has come. Can be the video calls in IPPBX recorded? I Video calls cannot be recorded. That I'll see to it. Let's see, is there any options that we can get to record video calls? As of now, it is not getting recorded for sure, but we are trying to do much more R&D into it, new features. If we definitely we will try to get the is it really necessary to have a video call recorded, we'll definitely see to it how it's going to be. That I'll definitely put it across this to my R&D team to work on it. Does our PBX supports for a tele protocol like 3CX does? Yeah, yes, absolutely possible. Tel protocols can definitely support our IPPBX at any point of time. You can please tell to any of the customer, any tel protocol can be supported with astTECS IPPBX for sure. I think I have taken 15 minutes extra time over here. I think it's time to log off. Thank you very much to all of you. It's my pleasure to be on this particular webinar, and thank you everyone who are come to this webinar. Any kind of a questions? Any kind of a questions? You can you can um, you can reach us at any point of time on our email ID, or you can call us any point of time. You can log into our website. We are available over a Twitter, over a Facebook, over Instagram, over a WhatsApp. Please call us. Please ask any kind of support that you require. We are ready to help you. Thank you very much, and have a pleasant day.